Strap yourselves in. My time machine, which looks suspiciously like a heavily modified Lancia Stratos with a flux capacitor gaffer taped to the passenger seat, is primed and ready. Today, we're not just going for a little drive, we're embarking on the most ambitious road trip imaginable. We're going back. Back to a time before V8s roared, before turbochargers whistled, before you could argue with a satellite navigation system about the best route to the place you are going to. We are going back to the very beginning, to witness the birth of the machine that has defined modern life more than any other, the motor car. It's a story of genius, madness, speed, and quite a lot of smoke. This journey won't be a dull, dusty history lesson filled with tedious dates and black and white photographs of men with magnificent mustaches. Oh no, we're going to feel the ground shake. We'll smell the unburnt fuel and hear the glorious, earth-shattering cacophony of internal combustion coming to life. We will witness the moment a simple, wheezing cart transformed into a fire-breathing supercar. This is a story about more than just metal, rubber, and oil. It's a story about freedom, ambition, and the utterly brilliant human obsession with making things go faster. So, hold on tight, because our first stop is the late 19th century. Here we are. The year is 1886. The air smells of horses and coal smoke. And over there, in a small workshop in Mannheim, Germany, a man named Carl Benz is about to change the world forever. He's bolting a tiny, single-cylinder, four-stroke engine onto a three-wheeled cart. It's called the Benz Patent Motor Wagon. It has a colossal 0.75 horsepower. Yes, you read that right. Less than 1 horse. It was slow, it was noisy, and it was mechanically fragile. Looking at this thing, it's hard not to chuckle. It's more tricycle than car, with tiller steering and wheels thinner than a supermodel's wrist. Starting it involved spinning a massive flywheel by hand, a procedure likely to break your arm. The top speed was a blistering 10 miles per hour, assuming a flat road and a favorable wind. Early test drives often ended with Mr. Benz pushing his invention while onlookers laughed. Others tinkered. Daimler and Maybach stuffed an engine into a stagecoach, but it was Benz who got the patent. In 1888, Bertha Benz took the car on a 65-mile journey, performing roadside repairs with a garter and a hat pin, the world's first road trip, and a masterful bit of PR. Unreliable, noisy, and feared. Yet the idea had been planted. The genie was out of the bottle, and it smelled faintly of petrol. Let's jump forward. The car is still a plaything for the wealthy, hand-built, expensive, and as reliable as a politician's promise. Then a man from Michigan decides this is all wrong. His name is Henry Ford. He didn't invent the car, he invented the car for everyone. A motor car for the great multitude, affordable, dependable, easy to repair. His instrument was the Model T. His method was the moving assembly line. Before Ford, small teams built whole cars, slow and costly. Inspired by disassembly lines, Ford flipped the process. He broke it into 84 steps. It was monotonous, but breathtakingly efficient. From over 12 hours in 1908 to 93 minutes by 1913. Efficiency slashed the price. From $850 to under $300. He doubled wages to $5 a day, creating customers as well as cars. Any color you wanted, as long as it was black, because black dried fastest. He gave rural families mobility, enabled suburbs, and kick-started a love affair with the open road. This wasn't just manufacturing, it reshaped society. Henry Ford didn't just build a car, he built the modern world. It may not have been exciting, but it was important. Fast forward to the 1960s. America is booming, the economy is strong, the music is loud, the youth are restless. Sensible cars won't do. They want style, attitude, and an obscene amount of power. Detroit was happy to oblige. The dawn of the muscle car. The formula: take a mid-sized sedan, cram in a huge V8, and sell it cheap. Poetry. The names alone give you goosebumps: Mustang, Camaro, Charger, GTO, Challenger, Barracuda. Rolling thunder in wild colors, with bonnet scoops, racing stripes, and spoilers that looked fantastic. Handling and braking? Afterthoughts. The point was to go very, very fast in a straight line from the lights. At the heart, big blocks. 426 Hemi, 440 six-pack, 427 Cobra Jet. Iron lumps turning petrol into noise and tire-shredding horsepower. Fuel economy? Gallons per mile. Environment? Not a consideration. Pure mechanical hedonism. A glorious excessive age. Short-lived before oil crises and emissions rules spoiled the party. It democratized speed. For a few $1,000s, you could humble Italian exotica. Crude, loud, terrifying in corners, yet brilliant. The 21st century, the air is cleaner, the engine's quieter, and something strange is happening. The glorious roar is replaced by a hum. Wires are replacing fuel lines. The charging point challenges the petrol station. Electric cars aren't new. They were slow, short-ranged, and frankly rubbish. Then the planet warmed, oil looked finite, and Elon Musk made electric cool. Tesla did for EVs what Henry Ford did for petrol. The Roadster proved EVs could be desirable and fast, ludicrously fast. The industry panicked. Car makers had to learn lithium-ion, regenerative braking, and software. Now we have everything from tiny commuters to hypercars that out-accelerate F1. Silence is the new sound of speed. Instant torque delivers a different kind of fast ice cannot match. Not perfect. Range, electricity sources, and mining costs are hot debates. And there's the emotional loss, the downshift, the V12 at full chat, the soul replaced by a silent whoosh. Clever. Necessary. Better? The jury is still out. A car can be a tool, but some are more than metal and mechanics. They have a personality, a temper, a soul. Enzo Ferrari, racer first. He sold road cars to fund Scuderia Ferrari. Difficult, demanding, brilliant. His road cars were tamed racing cars. Temperamental, expensive, uncomfortable, yet full of drama. Hear a vintage Ferrari V12, and you hear his relentless ambition. Legends in Rosso Corsa. Ferdinand Porsche, engineer extraordinaire. From the people's car to the 356 and the stubborn, brilliant 911. An improbable rear engine, refined into a driver's masterpiece. Ferruccio Lamborghini, insulted by Enzo, he built outrage. Miura, Countach, Colin Chapman, simplify, then add lightness. Fragile, minimalist marvels of feel. These are why we fall in love with cars. Art on wheels. Before the car, life fit within walking distance or rail lines. Affordable cars blew that world apart. Suburbs, highways, malls, drive-thrus. The car became an economic pillar, employing millions and driving innovation in materials, production, and electronics. But freedom came at a price. Congestion, pollution, climate impact, and tragedy on the roads. A complicated legacy. The future, autonomous and connected. The building blocks are here. Assistance systems today, self-driving tomorrow. Imagine no jams, cars that talk to cities, mobility as a service, greener urban space. I hope the joy of driving remains. And so, our epic road trip through time comes to an end. We've returned to 2025, the Lancia time machine ticking as it cools. We have witnessed the entire, magnificent, and sometimes absurd story of the automobile. We started with the gentle chuff of Carl Benz's one-cylinder engine. It held the promise of a revolution. Henry Ford put that revolution in the hands of ordinary people. We felt the ground shake with big block V8s. Power and excess. And we've seen the silent, shocking speed of the electric age. The car is so much more than a machine. It's a time capsule. A 1960s Mustang doesn't just have a carburetor and a V8. It contains the rock and roll, the optimism, the rebellious spirit of its era. A Citroën DS holds post-war French elegance and forward thinking. A Tesla holds our environmental anxieties and faith in technology. Porsche, Ferrari, Chapman, geniuses who imbued metal with character and soul. That magic makes you look back after parking. Cars stir our emotions, quicken our pulse, and paste a grin on our faces. As we stand on the cusp of an autonomous, electric future, the car may become safer, cleaner, more efficient, even a pod or a service. But let's not forget the noise, the smell, the vibration, and the joy of control on an open road.